What's good with it, y'all? Welcome back to A1 Hoop Zone. Man, y'all already know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Appreciate you, appreciate you. So, we reacting to the breaking news, man. Karl Anthony Towns traded to from the Minnesota Timberwolves to the New York Knicks for Julius Randle. Whew. All right, let's get into it, man. So, for the Timberwolves, this is a win. No disrespect to Slight the Cat. What he brings to the table, his talent, you can't question it. It's just a lot of it have to do with the heart of it more than anything, and just also the amount of years spent there with no type of true, um, was no type of true production. I mean, there ain't much you can really kind of put in and look and say like, y'all, he was able to do this or that. There, it was like he put up some individual stat lines that was absolutely phenomenal. Self-proclaimed greatest or best shooting big man in the league or in league history, all those type of things. But what did you see for it? What was the reward for it? What type of success did you see from it? You saw nothing. So from a Timberwolves standpoint, they looking at the future, seeing that Anthony Edwards is the way. And I said this prior to this trade happening, is that they'll be better without Cat because it's not even the consistency part of it and things of that nature. We saw, when he shows up and he's knocking down threes and stuff like that. When he's engaged, he's a difference maker, right? And we saw the other games where it was just like, he was a big man out there. You got two big men clogging it and taking up the same area. It wasn't going nowhere fast. It was a bottleneck. You could see what was happening. So they needed to free up that space, unclog it and stuff. So because you still got Rudy Gobert there with the Timberwolves, right? You still got Nas Reed. Now, for me, I think Nas Reed is a better fit at the five for them, just because I feel like he Nas Reed has that dog in him. He has that like I'm gonna go at you, and you're not gonna be able to bully me. You're not gonna be able to do. He has everything that Karl Anthony Towns doesn't. Meaning, like he had like Karl Anthony Towns. It's a difference between a Chihuahua and a pit bull, right? They both dogs, but they're two different type of dogs. And that's the case now. I'm not calling them a Chihuahua or nothing like that. I'm just giving y'all an analogy just to give an understanding of which one do you see the most. Which one is going to kind of right when you see them, you're going to pause for a second to try and figure out is it friendly or is it something else? You know what I mean? So that's the analogy why I'm throwing that out there for y'all. Why I say they're going to be better without him because I feel like it's going to free up the lane, free up the spacing and things. Also, it makes it 100% clear that Anthony Edwards is the clear cut face of this team. He is the 1A and 1B of this team. And so when you have a clear cut leader, then it takes the pressure from a standpoint of the team just follows him. They're going to follow where he takes them. And we see the future is bright for that young man and the way he plays. I'm excited to see how this whole thing turn out. Now with Julius Randle coming to the Timberwolves, I honestly think he's going to get moved on. I think there's going to be another trading piece that's going to happen and take place. I don't see him really staying there and really doing anything just because it doesn't make sense. No slight or disrespect to Julius Randle, but his game does not mesh or fit or look like it would fit with the Minnesota Timberwolves as currently constructed. So I believe he's going to be another piece used for trading piece used to bring another piece back to the Timberwolves. That's just my honest opinion. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. For the New York Knicks, then that's an upgrade. They're getting an upgrade. You're getting a better shooting version of Julius Randle from a scoring capacity or scoring output type of thing. A new change of scenery for Karl Anthony Towns might do him justice, and it might bring some, bring a different type of perspective to him or a different type of hunger. And playing in that, for that New York crowd, you ain't gonna be able to get away with the same type of performances where you did no shows for the Timberwolves. You're not gonna be able to do that. They're gonna hold you accountable, but at the same time, when you going to a team where you got Jalen Brunson, who is the clear cut leader of this team, and everybody else is falling in line right there with him. They got OG Ananobi. They got Mikal Bridges. They got Josh Hart. They got DiVincenzo. So it's like you got players on this team that want to play team oriented type of basketball. So he's not gonna have to worry about like the same situation in Minnesota where it was him and Anthony Edwards and him not wanting to understand is that he's not the best player on the team. I think that was a part where he couldn't really cope with that. He couldn't really accept that and he couldn't really understand it just because he had been kind of the one man show so long for the Timberwolves that he had a hard time kind of coming to grips with that. I mean, you seeing the responses on Twitter, he's just putting a dot 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 his reaction to the trade. Understanding it's a business, bro. The NBA is a business. Trades are gonna happen. You probably thought you wasn't gonna get traded, but hey, man, these teams now, if they have a player on the level or a player with the type of ceiling or upside to him as an Anthony Edwards, you're gonna try and put some pieces around him quick to be able to allow yourself to for them to either compete for a championship or mold a team to be able to contend for a championship in the near future. That's the type of time that the Timberwolves is on. For the Knicks, again, hell of a pickup, and a lot of people are gonna say, "Some, hey, well, what you mean, man?" I think I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a better pickup for the Knicks because Karl Anthony Towns is gonna show out for them, and he can shoot better than Julius Randle, and he's also at the same time he's gonna be coming in like a man on a mission to show that the Minnesota Timberwolves messed up by trading him. That's what he's gonna. That's the type of time he's gonna be on. For the Knicks and Julius Randle, I think everybody kind of saw, this is a long time coming when the Knicks was making the moves they were making. I called it too. I said it's only gonna be a matter of time before they get rid of Julius Randle because he doesn't fit into the scheme of things, how that team is structured and built. Because he's in the exact same tier and bucket and mindset that Karl Anthony Towns is, meaning he doesn't want to relinquish the fact that he isn't the clear cut leader of his team just because at once upon a time they brought him there, and he did his one man show thing for a little bit, man. But reality is like that didn't get him nowhere. You didn't see any type of results from it whatsoever. So I think it's definitely a win for the Knicks. It's a win for the Knicks that getting Karl Anthony Towns. It's a win for the Timberwolves by getting rid of Karl Anthony Towns. So I think it's a win-win for both teams. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. How do y'all feel about this trade? Do y'all feel that the Minnesota Timberwolves will be better without Karl Anthony Towns? Or do y'all feel like this is kind of a step in the wrong direction? Y'all let me know what y'all think. And the Knicks fans that's out there catching this too, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. How do y'all feel about Julius Randle, being shipped off and y'all getting Karl Anthony Towns in return? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. But that's all I got for y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave a comment in the comment section. I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of y'all. And as always, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. I'll be back at y'all with another one. We out of here, man.